The mother, in debt and poverty, gave her daughter to a relative. She didn't visit her for over a decade. However, this relative was not kind. Before sending the girl away, the uncle gave her a new dress and took her to see the Idols concert. He was reluctant to spend money, but because of a sentence, he took out his own private money from his wine collection. The uncle felt a little reluctant on the day of sending the girl away. He gave her a pager and asked her to call if she had any problems. The uncle was absent-minded at work for a few days after standing outside the car window for a long time. He said he was not worried about the girl, but he turned around and left a message for her. The strange thing was that the girl did not reply to any of the more than 10 messages. He could not help but go to find the relative who picked up the girl. Only then did he know that he had been cheated. The girl was even worse off. She said she was the daughter of someone, but she not only had to clean the store, but also helped to receive guests. He finally managed to steal her phone and called the uncle. The uncle who knew the address came over overnight and found the girl. Seeing the wound on the girl's face that was casually treated, the uncle was full of heartache and anger. To save the girl, the uncle sold the car and took her for surgery. The brothers raised the girl as their own and wanted to send her to school. However, she did not have a local household registration and no school was willing to accept her. The teacher said only the girl's father could go to school. The girl refused because she feared her mother's unhappiness. The younger brother advised the girl to attend school, which is also her mother's wish, easing the girl's concerns. The uncle and his younger brother got a stable job and began learning how to be good fathers. They picked up the girl from school, prepared lunchboxes daily, cheered and were proud of each one until college. The trio lived a peaceful and beautiful life until the girl's mother reappeared, shattering all the peace. The boyfriend vanished mysteriously after a car accident. The adopted daughter spent 10 years searching for him without any news. The adopted daughter caused all of this. The girl's mother called and left her for 10 years. Her mother suddenly wanted to recognize her. What would you choose? The uncle immediately took the girl back to the graduate school after receiving the call. The girl was unfamiliar with her hometown and complained about her mother. But when she saw her mother, she didn't say anything and all her resentment disappeared. Her mother was seriously ill and didn't have much time left. He didn't expect his daughter to stay, but he made a more demanding request. But the uncle didn't hesitate. After returning, he started to inquire everywhere and personally sent his daughter to her biological father. Then he hid in his daughter's room alone, feeling sad because he knew that blood ties could not be changed after all. The girl called him at that moment. It was the first time the girl called him Dad. The uncle was stunned by it. A moment. Then he was moved and excited. He happily rode his motorcycle to pick up his daughter, but the accident had already happened. After that, the uncle disappeared. 10 years later, the girl became an excellent translator. Just when both of them were about to give up in despair, the girl saw the banner outside and suddenly thought of something. He immediately ran back to the police station and wanted to use the name of Shonda to look for her again. Surprisingly, there is indeed a person named Shenda in a welfare home who is confined in a prison-like room. The uncle in the room has become unrecognizable and white-haired. When he heard Danbao's name, he reacted. The father, who was not related by blood, forgot everything because of the car accident, but he did not forget everything about his daughter. The father's Iron Man and tenderness are what touch people's hearts about Danbao. But what does Danbao mean? Dandan, I Danbao? That's right. Wow, and Danbao.